Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to this, the second tutorial in the Strife ModMan series. I wanted to go through how Strife and Hon load their files. So you'll notice that I'm in the Program Files Strife game folder, and I've got these resource files here. So basically, when Strife or Hon loads, they look into this folder, and the first thing they do is they look at resources 0 and they go onwards. So resources 0 first, then 1, then 2, and onwards if there were more. And if it's Hon, it also does the textures.sc2z. But what's interesting is that other folders in this folder are also loaded after the resource files, and if there are two of the same file, then they get replaced. So this is basically how you create mods for it. Now resource 2 here, you'll see, is actually from my ModMan, where it's created this file. So I'm just going to delete it for now. So we'll look into resources 0. Now in order to open this, you're going to need some kind of WinRAR type program. So I personally use WinZip. I use 7-zip. No one uses WinZip. But you could also use WinRAR, and all you need to do is right click on it and then go open with and select your program, then go open. So once you're in here, you've got all the different files that it loads. And one thing to notice is that file structure is very important here. So you've got maps, you've got your heroes, you've got the things that are in the world, you've got all the different UI elements. You've got cursors and fonts, you've got all the different musics, you've got NPC people, you've got buildings, you've got items, string tables, tools, bots, scripts. Basically, anything and everything that game loads is in this file or the next one. So basically, we want to modify something in here. And I've already got something in mind, and I alluded to it in the last tutorial, which is the background of the Strife menu. So where that is UI, main, background, blue, model, and it's in here. So all of these are different image files. So these files here, they end with .dds. Now DDS is direct draw surface, but basically what's important is that that's a type of image. Advanced image editing programs can open them. So I personally use GIMP, but you could also use Photoshop or any other advanced program that you probably have installed. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create inside game folder, I'm going to recreate this path. So I'm going to create UI, and then inside UI I'm going to create main, and then inside main I'm going to go background, and then inside background I'm going to go blue, and then inside blue I'm going to go model, and then inside there I'm going to extract this color.tga, and we're going to put it in there. Now if we were to change this, what would happen is that Strife would load this file inside the resources file, but then afterwards it would just replace it with this because it's the exact same path in the game folder. Now it's quite difficult to modify .dds, so what we can actually do is we can make it to a .png and edit that. So we're going to do that. So material.material, which you'll see around, material files, they have the instructions on how to load the images onto a model. So when you see the spinning disk in the background, that's actually a model that's spinning, a 3D model, and it just has the picture painted onto it. But basically you can see here that it's loading color.tga. So in here, when I said this was a TGA file that they made into a .dds, that's what it is. It's just looking at color.tga and going, well, that's the file I need, and so it uses that. So what we'll do is we will also extract this material.material folder file, and we're going to edit it, and we're just going to say anywhere where there's color.tga, we're going to change that to color.png, and that allows us to make it load a PNG file instead of the TGA here. So we're gonna open this. I'm gonna use GIMP, but you can do whatever you like. Now, one thing you may notice is that all TGA files are inherently upside down. So, as you can notice, the elephant and bird and whatnot are upside down in this. So the first thing you want to do is flip it round. Now the reason that I want to edit this is because I want to put Breaky CPK's face all over it. And yeah, okay. So this is the face that I'm going to use. It looks great. It's going to be really, really terrible quality, but I don't even care. His face will be on it. So I'm just going to flip this, and then I'm going to grab Breaky CPK's face. Now, of course, this is all just standard image editing stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention. Over here, when you open up this color.tga, it has a whole bunch of little, like, smaller images inside it. As you can see, they're just slowly getting smaller into the bottom left, so you can't really see them anymore. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to copy this, and we're just going to make a new file that's going to be 512, and we're going to fill it with transparency. So we've just got a this will be our actual image, so paste it in there. It's too large, so one's the 512, is it? That one? That's the one. Okay, so that's the 512 pixel one. So basically, that's going to be 512, that's going to be 1024, and that's going to be 2048 pixels large. But anyway, it's not too important. What's important is that we've just got this one file here that we're going to use. So we're going to flip this vertically so that everything's the right way up. And then we're going to grab Breaky CPK's face and put it on. And it's looking a little bit better. It's still going to be bad quality, but it'll be better than what it looked like. And we'll just stretch him out there. Looking good, looking good. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna just export this, and I'll have to find my Strife folder again. Game, UI, main, background, blue, model, and in here I want to call this color.png because that's what we did in the material. So I will save that there. Export. So now in here we've got color.png. So what's going to happen is Strife is going to load this resources2 file. It's going to load all of these, but then material.material is going to be replaced by this material.material, and color.png actually doesn't exist in here, so it's just going to be sort of added as a new entry at the bottom here. So that there is, believe it or not, all you actually need to do to replace an image or a file. So if I were to open up Strife right now, and it might take a while because what it needs to do is convert that image that we just made into a DDS file and store it in cache, but it'll do that. But once it loads, you'll notice that we have a bright and beautiful picture of Breaky CPK on our Strife icon. Looks bad, but you know, at least he's there, watching, always. Alright, so next tutorial I will show you guys how to make this into a mod file so that you can just apply it, and I'll also show you how to upload it to the Mods at Strife Hub website where anyone in the world can just download it and get it. Cool, I'll see you guys then.